Hello there. I'm sorry to report that I don't have a fascinating new video for you this week. It's not for lack of trying. I've literally been pounding out ideas for days, but nothing has formed into anything truly cohesive. I really had zero ideas at all for new material until Saturday when I was watching this video with Trixie and Katya. They were watching Fear Street over on Netflix, which made me think I should see what's new on Netflix this week. That led me to watching the movies that made us, which included this one about Forrest Gump. Now, watching the documentary and the fact that I used to live where they shot part of the film made me want to watch the movie again, which I did.
Life is a box of chocolates, Forrest. You never know what you're gonna get.
And then it hit me. I could do a Back to Beacon Hills about advice from moms on Teen Wolf. That would be cool.
Women love words.
You can save people's lives, but you cannot save them from life. You, Styles, are one profoundly sleep-deprived young man. You need rest. You need it now.
But I quickly realized that all the good advice came from only one mom. The advice from the other mothers was questionable at best.
What you want right now doesn't matter.
And you're going to be saved 3,000 miles away so we don't have to deal with this.
Then I thought, hey, I'll do good mom, bad mom, and pit Melissa against Lydia's mom, since Lydia's mom was truly awful in a couple of places, and I'm too afraid of Edie Mays to really tackle Allison's mom.
Okay, sweetheart, this is not a problem. Having gotten my share of hickeys in high school, I developed some patented cover-up methods. I think you need to focus more on your schoolwork. All of you.
Sweetheart, since this is my first class and I haven't taught in 5 years, I just want to remind you of one thing. Try not to embarrass me.
I got halfway through collecting examples of Miss Martin's bad parenting.
Erratic behavior.
I'm not the one who told her she had to choose who she wants to live with, as if that wouldn't warp a 16-year-old girl.
There are a lot of examples of Miss Martin's bad parenting.
It's a very different place now. She'll be safe there.
She'll be safe.
But then I thought, hey, who am I to judge? I mean, all the moms on the show were doing what they thought was right for their children.
Tina, where's your sword?
Even Mrs. Argent was just trying to protect her daughter, even if that meant murdering another teenager. I'm not here to throw stones, so Back to Beacon Hills, good mom, bad mom was kind of a non-starter. Then I turned to the comments section to see if there were any new juicy questions to tackle. A lot of people want me to do more Styles, but I've already done that time everybody thought he should have died because of the big-skinned weasel. I also did the whole Styles seemingly gets random insights while trapped in a pocket dimension.
Panic, okay.
After that video, I did get a lot of comments from people who seem to think Styles is magic. That whole Styles has a spark thing comes due to this one scene from season 2.
It's not too hard. Not all there is. Think of it like gunpowder. It's just powder until a spark ignites it. You need to be that spark, Styles.
Now, Deaton means spark metaphorically here. Styles is really the only person on this assault team who can handle the mountain ash. Styles is the only one who can lay down the barrier because all the others can't really touch it. But if you combine the poetry of Deaton's statement with the fact that Styles was running out of mountain ash at the rave, people start to see this as proof that he's somehow magic. Yes! Yeah, Styles is not magic. The ash is magic. If you get it close, it will form a circle every time. You can throw it in the air. You can throw it in a doorway. You can just throw it and it will complete a circuit between any two existing sections of mountain ash. The ability of the ash to always connect to itself means that once Styles got close to closing this circuit around the warehouse, the mountain ash did the rest. Yes! Oh, and speaking of scenes that people don't get or just misinterpret, this thing with Peter and Deaton in the animal clinic back in season 1. Yeah, a lot of people look at that and say to me, well, Deaton must be something supernatural because that chair hit him and broke and he didn't even flinch. Yeah, no, the chair did not hit him. First of all, there is no chair. It's all computer generated. Second, it doesn't hit him. It hits the wall behind him. There's even a little CGI dent they put in the wall where the chair was supposed to hit. Here's the part where the perspective on the shot is weird. The pieces of the chair fly out toward the camera. Now from this angle, Deaton is actually in the way of those pieces. The effects people and the editors cheat the broken chair so it flies out and around him, but our brains don't believe that and they interpret it as hitting the vet and just bouncing off. That's not what happens, and it's not what was intended in this scene. The writers simply wanted to show that Deaton ain't scared and stood his ground.
Let me be as clear as possible. We are closed.
He's not magic.
What are you, some kind of witch?
No, I'm a veterinarian.
Deaton is a veterinarian that just happens to have thousands of years of druid knowledge at his fingertips so he can do some amazing things. But again, he is not magic. That stuff is interesting, but it's not a whole video's worth of interesting. Most of the other questions I'm getting lately have already been answered in videos I did previously. Like, a few people still don't seem to understand the whole benefactor plot, even though I did this complete, albeit sort of complicated, explanation a few years ago. The benefactor is the primary antagonist during Teen Wolf's 4th season. The unseen force hired assassins to kill supernatural people via a computerized hit list or dead pool. I guess I can try to simplify it further. It was Peter's idea, Lorraine's programming and computer, Meredith's initiative, and Brunsky's hands. Too simple? Okay. The benefactor idea originated with Peter, who told it to Meredith Walker. When Meredith heard Lydia scream at Allison's death, she decided the time was right. She put together the dead pool and then used the grandmother's computer program to handle confirmation of kills and payments. Meredith then blackmailed Brunsky to steal the money and hand out the instructions. Now, Meredith was able to arrange everything because she knew what was coming at almost every turn, because Meredith is a super banshee. She's crazy in a cartoonish way, but she's nevertheless a very powerful banshee. Where was I? Oh yeah, there's really nothing to focus on in this week's video. I'll try to do better next week when I go back to Beacon Hills.